Like to have the guys in this environment, knowing that the playoffs are starting tomorrow?
Oh, I think it's great. I think the one thing that we've tried to do is that we're approaching it like it's just another game, and that's exactly what it is, really. And I know everybody's going to say it's the playoffs. Is that everyone's going to play a little harder, and everyone's going to try to do a little bit more, but that should still neutralize everything. So at the end of the day, we're playing a really good team that is really, really well coached and that have done a great job. Every year they're supposed to finish here, and every year they finish here. So they got one of the best finishers in the league in Dame, and they play really good basketball. So we're playing a team that you're going to have to play extremely well to win, and that's the way it's supposed to be in the playoffs.
Why do you think it's so tough to defend that backcourt that they have, CJ and Dame?
Because they're good. That's easy. They're really, really good. Both of those guys are really capable of going and getting their shots against any team. One of them seems to pick it up anytime. I know when Dame left our place and came back, for the birth of his daughter, the next game CJ has 41 or something. So, they're a very good backcourt and a very good team. They've done almost won 50 games this year. 50 games in the West is pretty good.
Now that the playoffs have started, have you seen a difference in Rondo and how he sort of has been different as far as leadership?
No, I think all of them have been a little different, and I think we've been a little more serious, and guys are really kind of bonded together. But our guys, they're a real close-knit group. They go out to dinner. When we're on the road, they go out to dinner anyway. So like going out to dinner last night was not that big of a deal because it's something that they're accustomed to doing anyway. And it's fun. Rondo's been there. Ian's been there. They understand what it takes to win a championship. And I think it's good to have a couple of guys like that on your team because they can explain to the other guys. It's really, really hard to win a championship. And, I experienced that at Golden State. It's extremely hard to win a championship. We were down every series. Every series we played, we were down. So except the Houston one. But, we're still in a situation where you have to play extremely well, and you got to be somewhat lucky, too. To be able to get there.
Did you have any thoughts about the one-game rest between game 2 and game 3?
No, I don't think so. Everybody says that. But guys are used to playing back-to-back. We played 8 games. We played 7 games in 9 days. We played 5 games in 6 days. We played 3 in a row. So we're not going to experience that in any playoff situation. So I think that's something for you guys to write about, but I don't, having one day's rest in between. I think both teams are going to have 1 day rest in between. It's not like they're resting and we're not, so.
What's it been like as a coach just to see this group come together the way they have this year? I
think it's been really good. I'm happy for AD because I think the level of play that he's had and the leadership that he's kind of stepped up to, I don't think people realize. We lost a guy that was probably going to be very much in the MVP talks. He's averaging 26 points, 13 rebounds. You take that away from your team, that's taking an awful lot. And it's not just the numbers that he was putting up, but just the physical play, the physicality that he brought to the game, the fact that when he and AD is out there, then all of a sudden the matchups as far as switching and all of that completely change. So to be able to pick it up when DeMarcus is not here, I think it's an unbelievable situation for those guys that they were able to do that. It would have been easy just to say we lost DeMarcus and just kind of go through the motions. But right from the start, they said we can still accomplish what we set out to, and that was to be a playoff team. And although we're the 6th seed, we finished with the same record as the 4th and 5th seed did. So. We're happy that we're out where we are, and we understand that we got to play really good basketball to win.
How gratifying is this for you, this person, to be the head coach in the playoffs again? Pretty gratifying.
It is gratifying. You get into this to want to be a playoff team and want to be in a situation where you're in the mix, and once you're in the playoff, anything can happen. So we're in a situation where we feel confident that if we play at the level that we're supposed to, we'll have an opportunity to win games.
Considering how much different your team is from 3 of the 4 times that you played Portland during the regular season, do you look at that a lot when you prepare for that, or do you mostly like throw out the season series?
I don't think anything matters right now. You know, I mean, the fact that Golden State lost by 40 the other night, I don't think has even entered their mind. You know, I really don't. And so I think it's a situation where every game is going to be its own individual game, and within that game, you're going to have to make adjustments, and that's the way it is when you get to the playoffs. You know, that you really get to know a team after you play them, you know, 2 straight, 3 straight, 4 straight, you know, 5 straight, 6 straight, you know, 7 straight times. You know, you're going to know pretty much everything that's available to you and the adjustments that they made also.
Do you think DeMarcus is going to be here for the game?
I hope so. You know, it all depends if they'll let him travel or not. But you know, I talked to him yesterday. Obviously, I told him we would like to have him here because he's a big part of this also.
Do you have any idea when you'll find out, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'll call him and see if he's coming or not when we leave here. But you know, if you want to come to my hotel room,
We can hang out. It's all good.
No room service and no minibar, okay?
How is Nico fitting since he's been here?
He's been great. He's been great. The only thing I think that I kind of missed the boat on, I would have had him shave his beard about a month ago. You know, since he's done that, he shot the ball exceptionally well. But he's fit in well, and I think what he tried to do is that he maybe tried a little bit too hard to fit in, and what we tried to tell him to do is like he has to play his game, because his game is exactly why we went out and traded for him. And I think he understands that, and I thought AD talked to him, and Rondo talked to him some, and I think that put him in a situation where he felt a lot more comfortable where he was.
Coach,
Thanks,
going
guys.
back to Dave
Okay.
and CJ real quick. Defensively, is it one of those where it's like, well, they're going to get theirs, or kind of what's the game plan initially going in?
Well, you would hope not, but you know, over the course of the last 7-8 years, they've kind of proven everybody that they're pretty consistent. So I think what you have to do is that you have to try to work as hard as you can, and you know, hope that they're not having one of those great nights that they're capable of having. And you know, obviously, like I said, I think Dame is one of the best clutch players in the league. Oh, and by the way, we did vote for him for the All-Star team. We were not one of those guys that did. I felt like he's been an All-Star the last 5-6 years. So we did vote for him. Okay, we voted for you. Okay, all right. So, but I just think he's a good clutch player. You know, he just have a way about him and a confidence about him that he feels like, you know, when his team needs a basket most, he can go get it.
Hey, Alvin, as far as the crowd noise and stuff, where's this really rank?
Oh, I think they've always had one of the best crowds in the league here, and it's going to be loud, and the fans will be really into the game. But you know, in the NBA, that's what you play to almost every night. So.